Hey, welcome to Internet Roundup. I'm Chuck, and this is Josh. We do the Stuff You Should Know podcast, and we also round up some of the
internet.
Yeah, some of it.
Hence the name, finally.
We round up 0.0000001% of the internet.
I think there's even more zeros in there.
It's like 100 more. And today, I found a little something in Orange County, California.
It's Florida.
Oh, is it Florida?
The other Orange County.
Gotcha. Well, that makes more sense then. Because what they're doing in Florida, it didn't sound like a very California thing to do.
Yeah.
Is they are not allowing a student's grade to fall below 50, no matter how bad that student performs.
Right. So like if you turn in a shoddy paper or something, you might get like a 10 or 20 or whatever, but sure. I guess your quarterly grade won't be below a 50. And they're doing it supposedly because they feel that if you say fall below a 50, you may become discouraged and just give up and drop out and, go become one of those people that just bum cigarettes outside of convenience stores all day.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I had kind of conflicting feelings when I read this. My first thought was that's stupid, a stupid thing to do.
Yeah.
But then when I read the reason, I thought, well, maybe there is some credence to that, because they did talk to a couple of parents that said that their kids that were poor students, it motivated them a little bit more to pass.
Right.
Because they didn't have a grade of like a 12.
Right.
Which, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I'm a little conflicted myself because they make a good case on either side. On the one side, it's a little less scientific. They're just saying you can't coddle people.
Right.
Like maybe it's a good shock to the system to get a 12.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, my God. And your parents are saying, oh, my God. And all of a sudden you start doing well. On the other side, they're saying whether it's a 50 or a 12,
an F is an F.
An F is an F.
Sure.
And if you get I think a 50 in the first quarter, you still need 2 A's and a B just to get a C for the rest of the year.
Oh, like they average it out?
Right. So their point is if you get a C, if you become an average student by the end of the year, overall, you have had to have mastered it.
Yeah.
And again, an F is an F. And by state law, an F is an F. Apparently, as long as it's between 0 to 59 is considered an F.
Yeah, that
makes
sense.
So cutting everything off instead of at 0, but at 50, falls within state regulations.
Yeah, and the smarter students, of course, are somewhat offended, saying things like, if you're really trying, you wouldn't have gotten below 50 in the first place.
Right, exactly.
So good for them.
This one teacher makes a good point, though. Apparently in their contract, they're not allowed to inflate grades.
Right.
And this is technically grade inflation. Like
sure.
if you make a 12, but you get a 50, that's grade inflation.
You got a better F.
But you just you just pull your head out of the clouds and say, no, let's think in letters rather than numbers, everybody.
Pull your head out of something.
Right.
And you brought us this weird little thing next.
Yeah, this is a thing, man. And it's not just in France, but France is experiencing since October an outbreak of maniac clown attacks.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, the Juggalos have to be behind this.
They're not, are they?
No, it's not. It's basically a meme that's gone viral that teenagers in France and Great Britain and Canada and the U.S. Have latched onto, where like you dress up as a clown, a menacing clown,
and attack somebody.
And either attack or threaten to attack somebody. Usually you're attacking like little kids or threatening little kids.
Sure.
But some people have taken it much further and physically attacked people, like this guy in Montpellier. Yeah,
there seemed to be a range, like you said, of fooling around and scaring people, and this 14-year-old who had a fake axe. And attacked this woman. Sometimes they're attacking grown-ups.
Right.
And the other weird thing I thought about that case was they escaped when a passerby armed with a baseball bat tried to stop them.
Well, supposedly,
so what's going on in France?
There's been an outbreak of anti-clown vigilantism.
Of course.
So the clowns are out prowling, and then the people are out prowling for the clowns with baseball bats, and it's getting a little ugly. But one guy was actually attacked. He was hit with an iron bar 30 times by a guy dressed as a clown.
Yeah, that's a sociopath.
Right.
Sure.
Well, the guy later said he was drunk. Not the victim, but the clown.
Yeah.
But then there's also a trend where, like, that's taking it to its extreme. I think in its original incarnation, you just dressed up as a clown, an evil-looking clown, and sat out in public.
Yeah, I've seen
and
those.
Just, like, stared people down and just were menacing to people.
Yeah.
I think that's how it started.
Are you scared of clowns?
I mean, I wouldn't want to hold a conversation with someone dressed as a clown. I don't know if I'm scared of them. I'm not fully comfortable around them.
Well, at the circus, they're fun, but I agree. If you're walking down the street at night and you see a person dressed as a clown just walking, it's the fun is kind of gone.
Well, yeah, especially if they're eyeing you.
Yeah.
You know?
Or have a fake axe.
Or have a machete. So, I mean, that's it. That's everything that's on the internet right now.
Get it together, France.
You got anything else?
I got nothing else.
Well, thanks for joining us on Internet Roundup. We'll see you next time.